Welcome, guys, to episode 9 of my series Exploring Survival Minecraft in Java Edition. In the last episode, we made a building around our mob XP farm out of white and grey concrete and some glass panes. And in this episode, we have a lot of things to do. So, starting with, I'm of course collecting sand as of now. We will need a decent supply of sand, so that is why I am just working offline to collect sand and gravel continuously. Now here you can see that I have collected many sheeps and now I'm breeding them. Since I need a lot of wool and I have colored them all brown, since I need brown wool carpets, so I'm currently thinking of making the floor of the new building with these wool carpets, since our next target is to make a roof and the floor of this particular building. So it takes some time to replenish the wool, and once it eats the grass, the wool is replenished and you can then use shears to extract the wool. So while the sheeps are doing this, let's harvest some crops from our fortune pickaxe. So farming also works with fortune enchantment. So if you are using any fortune enchanted tool to farm, chances are you will get a much higher yield as compared to normally farming the crops. I have not tested this, but I also read somewhere that it also doesn't affect the tool's durability in any way to fortune farm the crops. So I usually instantly trade these crops with villagers to get a good amount of emeralds ready. And the second thing is I do this because it reduces the chances of filling up all our chest with crops. So just keep trading with the villagers. They will provide you instant discounts and you will also get a lot of emeralds, so you can easily trade it to get books easily or tools or armor or anything. So guys, my next plan is to improve our villager hall. I'm currently thinking of making a big villager hall going with the same skyscraper and buildings aesthetic. So we will have like you can say multiple floors, and I'm thinking of separating villagers on different floors based on their profession. And at the bottom of the building we can have some spare villagers that will be there for the breeding purposes. So basically this will be a villager breeder slash trading hall. So I think we should build that over where our current villager hall exists. So as you can see here, I'm currently just creating a temporary dirt house for our villagers to move in till we build up this hall completely and move them again. So now let's light up this place. Let's put up some fences. We'll keep just a small part open, and we'll now take the beds out of here and place them in the dirt house, and soon we'll be able to see the villagers moving here eventually at the night. So let's take their workstations as well. Okay, now as the night is approaching, we can see that the villagers have started moving towards this new dirt house that we have created for them. So now I have started removing the villager hall. So let's remove this full build. I want a clean area here. So the villager hall is now fully removed. All of our villagers are here safe and sound. So now the plan is to create a basement where we'll have a villager breeder, and on top of it we'll have multiple floors like I explained with different villagers of different professions. So we'll start with building the ground floor first. We'll build a villager breeder later on. So I'm thinking of using different materials for each floor for the flooring. So for the current floor, I'm thinking of going with polished granite, and for every floor, like we'll try to use deep slate bricks for the villager cubicles. So it will be a little difficult to outline exactly where and how the floors will be stacked, as we'll only build the interior for now, and once everything is ready, then we will build the exterior around this villager hall in the form of a skyscraper or a building. So even though this is night time, I will quickly explain you guys here. This is what we have for a like kind of a pathway by which villagers can reach their own cubicles, and we have placed a dirt block just above the cubicle so that when they approach it, we'll just remove the dirt block, and as soon as the villager is inside the cubicle, we'll just close the opening with the deep slate brick. So now to transfer the villagers into these cubicles, we will be using minecart and rails. So I'm currently building that. The idea is that villager will get ejected into this glass pathway, and then the minecart will collide with the cactus and just drop down into the hopper and into the chest, so it can be reused again. Now this activator rail that I turned on will eject the villager to its right into the glass pathway, from where it will try to pathfind to its respective workstation and drop into its particular cubicle. Then we will block that villager by placing the deep slate brick above it. So now let's complete this track, and then we'll connect it with where the villagers are currently there, to basically transfer them over to the new villager hall. So now as you can see here as well, we got ejected at the correct spot. So the testing looks okay, everything is working fine. So we can move to the next step. So after doing some work offline, and we faced a lot of difficulties while transferring the villagers the first time, I was able to transfer these two farmers successfully. So now the next step will be to create one more floor above this, and for which I'm thinking of using andesite for now for the flooring, polished andesite. We will be using the ground floor for the farmers, and the the first floor. So we'll be using the ground floor for the farmers, and maybe the floor above for librarians. So let's start building this floor, and we'll need to be careful with the outlines of the previous floor here, since I don't want to disturb the pattern, and we want to make the same exact design of every floor to avoid confusion in the future. So guys, this is how the second floor looks. Let's go to the villager temp house. I was having difficulty in sending the correct villagers through the minecart, so I thought maybe it's better to segregate them so that we can like selectively take them and send them easily to the new villager hall. So as you can see here, we have made the path to the second floor where the librarians will be. So let's take our minecart and place few powered rails connecting to this villager area, and then we'll place the minecart. You can see that the villager travels to the intended place very easily. So we have placed a slab at the top so that villagers can't escape normally by walking through this particular area, but when we place a minecart and when they roll in a minecart, they can go easily without suffocating. So now let's get this lectern and we'll place it in the correct spot. So villager should now pathfind till here and drop in this cubicle. So here we go. Okay, So same way we can place another lectern and transfer more librarians. So let's do this one more time, and here he goes. So guys, this is the end for today's episode. I will keep on transferring the villagers offline to the new villager hall. Please like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and I will see you in the next episode with new things. So goodbye.